I joined the Navy in 1961, and in '62 I was activated to go on my 2 years active duty, and it was just at the time of the Cuban Missile Crisis. So the ship I was on was the USS Lawrence. It was a guided missile destroyer, brand new, built right here in Camden, New Jersey. And when I went on ship, I was put in as an engineer in the boiler room. And that was my first duty at 120 degrees. And it wasn't the best thing in the world, but I made the best out of it. I had a grandfather that was in the service, and a father was in the service, the Navy, so automatically I was always tended to go towards the service in the Navy. When I joined the Navy, I was a, what's called a fireman apprentice. I was 17 years old at the time. I had joined the Navy Reserves when I was in high school.
Well, we were home one evening and my dad was getting ready to go to work, and he said to Carol, will you trim the hair on the back of my neck? But a light bulb went off in my head and said, Dad, I want to be a barber. I swear, just like it was like a light bulb. Fall, I was due to go back to school, and I said, why am I going to go back to school? This is my career. I'm doing what I want to do. And so I went on active duty, and it was great. I put in for the ship my brother was on, Walt, and during peacetime they encouraged that. He was on the guided missile destroyer, and they said when I went to the yeoman or whoever took the information, what do you want to do? What ship you want to go on? I said, I want to go on the ship that my brother's on. She said, not a problem. The ship, and went up the gangplank and saluted the officer of the day, and he says, here comes our barber. And I knew I had it made. As soon as he said that, I said, this is going to be great.
Well, we went to boot camp training right off the bat, you know, and that was pretty much general training for getting you ready to go in and getting some type of a role in the service, a machinist, electrician, etc., like that. I went in '61 and came out in '66 as a third-class petty officer. I was a boiler tender. And then I got out, and 20 years later, I went back in the reserves as a construction electrician with the Navy Seabees. They were the Navy construction workers. And I spent 18 years as an electrician and worked my way up to chief petty officer. It was a challenge every day because, you know, as an 18-year-old kid, I'm running a boiler room, you know, and it's not the first easiest thing in the world to do. I had 5 other people under me. And it was hot, and you had to keep the ship going, and that was our main dream, keep the ship going.
We met in high school. He was in my homeroom, actually, and I didn't even know him then. And my friend Charlotte said, let's go ice skating at the ice rink in Cherry Hill. We were ice skating, and this other guy came around and helped me up. And turns out he was the guy I was going to marry someday. But we started out at the end of our sophomore year. And then he started in the Navy. He would go to reserves once a month. And then in the summertime, he had to go away for 2 weeks, and I hated that because he was away and I was all alone.
You connected with letters. That's all we had to write in them days. There was no cell phone, so. You know, I wrote 2 or 3 letters, as many as I could a week to keep in touch with Mom and my wife, Mary Ann, mostly my wife.
Oh my, yeah. And every letter started, Dear Honey Bunny, I miss you so much. Oh, it's so funny.